Thor Mining have released their quarterly report for the 3 months ending 30th of June 2019. This was a pretty active period for the company. I'm pleased to be able to say, however, that despite all this activity, we still have quite a bit by way of available funds. We haven't eaten into those too much. Going through the highlights for the quarter, in the first instance at Molyhil, some assays from a couple of large diameter core holes came back substantially better than the average grade for the resource, and nearby at Bonya we conducted a drilling program in conjunction with our joint venture partner, and came back with very good grades of tungsten and also some quite nice copper from two deposits in particular, White Violet and Samarkand. Over in the US at Pilot Mountain, our metallurgical test work came up with some very good results. We were able to demonstrate once again that we can produce a saleable quality concentrate, quite good recoveries, but for the first time we've noticed and been able to detect potentially commercially positive gold in the sample tested, and we're going to go back shortly to we're going back now to do something about that by assaying some of the old drill cuttings from previous drilling work. Back in Australia at Kapunda with the in the copper business, where we have again found some gold, or found that we can recover some gold at Kapunda at the same time as recovering the copper. We can do this without using cyanide, which is very pleasing, and so while we dissolve the copper in the ground, we can also dissolve the gold, and we're doing some work to try and come up with an estimate of just how much gold there might be there at Kapunda, but that will take a little while. The things to look forward to in the next couple of months for Thor Mining, we would hope to be much closer to completion of offtake and finance agreements than we currently are by the end of next quarter. We're doing some work at on the resource at Molyhil. We believe that we can recover some copper that's in the ground at Molyhil. There's plenty of assays historically for copper in from our old drill programs, and we're going to do some work on our mineral resource estimate to see if we can include copper in there. So watch this space now for an upgrade to the resource estimate, potentially looking at taking the resource deeper, but also adding copper in. Coming up also in the next month or so, we hope to be drilling at Bonya, where we take the results from White Violet and at Samarkand, do some infill work and some extension work, and try and come up with sufficient information to estimate the resources there for both White Violet and Samarkand there at Bonya. In the US, we're going back to assay all the old holes that were drilled from 2010, 2011 onwards, specifically for gold. We have the samples that were used for assaying for tungsten and copper and other commodities back at the time. We've resubmitted those to check for gold, and we would hope to see gold assays out from those in the next little while, and we look forward to that quite keenly. At Kapunda in the copper business here in South Australia, we hope to be doing some field drilling at Kapunda in the next little while. We've submitted our application to the South Australian Government, waiting for their approval so that we can do some pump tests at Kapunda to further demonstrate the viability and commercial viability of what we plan to do, and also at just to the west of Kapunda at the new Moonta deposit held by Enviro Copper. We've been working away at a mineral resource estimate, and we would hope that there will be a mineral resource estimate for copper and also potentially for gold in the next few weeks. So lots of activity going on in the next little while. Keep looking for our announcements or our RNSs, and look at our website, www.thormining.com, for this news as we go forward.